entitled as How to Build a Personal Brand on LinkedIn. That is to be presented by none other than Miss Megha Dadhich. Before we begin, I'd like to throw some light on the conducting body of this webinar, DIGISAKSHAM. DIGISAKSHAM is an initiative of SAM's group which has developed content for over 300 courses in multiple languages which range from 4 hours to 6 months in various sectors like IT, BFSI, retail, and entrepreneurship from all age groups, from school children, youth, professionals, and senior citizens. DIGISAKSHAM has also conducted more than 100 webinars, 10 FDPs, and workshops, 6 international conferences. DIGISAKSHAM is impacted more than 15,000 lives throughout webinars, conferences, workshops, and seminars across the globe. Since today is all about building your brand, as for my idea of it, learning how to build a brand is in the online space is no small feat. With steep competition, it can be challenging to find your footing, and that is all what we will learn in today's webinar. Which leads me to introducing our orator for this webinar, who, as we all know, is Miss Megha Dadhich. Miss Megha Dadhich is an engineering student turned marketer and has been in this industry for almost 1 year now. She has been doing internships and jobs around social media marketing and is specialized in organic marketing. Along with job, she has been focused on building her personal brand and so far gained 12.9K followers on LinkedIn. She has also learned freelancing and mastered the skill of leveraging the power of LinkedIn to grow in her professional journey. Now, just a little housekeeping before we get started. I'd rather all the attendants mute their mics and keep their videos off throughout the webinar. If any questions pop in your mind during the presentation, please type them in the chat box. I'll bring them up after the presentation when we'll have time for questions at the end. Now, without further ado, we'll turn over to the speaker. So please join me in welcoming Ms. Megha ma'am with a big round of applause. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for your generous introduction. Everyone, good evening. Hello. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy that so many people have joined today. Yeah, so before moving forward, I just wanted to know, like, what do you all guys do? You know, are you a student? Are you a professional? What do you exactly do? So let's be more interactive and share that what do you guys actually do. Master student, okay, Sarah. Other than that, please be interactive, guys. Okay, student, okay, great. Student, okay. So most people are students here, right? Okay, social media manager, Mariam, great. Weather technology student, BSc student, okay, great. Awesome. Marketing management student, okay. Okay. Okay, most of the people are student in our audience, I guess, today. Great. So now my next question would be that if you guys are student, then how do you get to know about personal branding, and why did you register into this session? Like, what are your understanding of personal branding, and why do you think that it can be helpful for you? Or you are just doing it because people are saying that personal branding is something, you know, everyone should do, or, you know, build. Okay, I've got it that everyone is student. Now please tell me your reason of attending this session and your expectation. I want to know that what's your understanding of personal brand firstly, and then we will start with the session. Till then, Vandana, can you please share the PPT? I can do a better marketing if I was working self-employed. Okay, great. Great, you want to be self-employed. Other than that, to learn more about building a strong brand. Okay, to gain more knowledge that would be help in my course. Uh, I don't think Mafel that to gain knowledge you have to build a personal brand. You can gain knowledge without that also. A personal brand, what can it give you? So just think about that to acquire valuable insights and learnings. Okay, great. Yeah, so I believe that personal brand also you know take you closer to yourself. So yeah, that's great. I want to prepare for my employment after I graduate. I'm looking forward to improve my self-funding idea. Great. Actually, that's the best part, that you students are understanding the power of personal brand. Personal branding is the practice of marketing people and their career self brand. It is not just for marketers; it is for any brand, or for any professional, because it is something which can give you so much other than just job or work. So yeah, personal branding will enhance knowledge and provide an edge. Correct, Khushbu. Okay, personal brand is an image of a business. Correct, definitely. To think or decide of good career for the future. Great. uh, but you can explore yourself during building a personal brand, uh, so that but I think for the career, or build a career in terms of what do we exactly have to do. You have to find out before building a personal brand. You should have a little bit idea about yourself firstly. So that's what my take on it, Landy. Great. So I'm so happy to see that you guys are very ambitious in your life, and that's why you want to build your personal brand. So let's begin with it. Let's move on to next slide, Vandana. Correct. So before building personal brand, as I said, why to build a personal brand? What's the significance of building a personal brand? So it can be different. Like as I read your comments. So people are saying someone want to build their career, someone want to learn few things, someone want to explore and things like that. So yeah, it can be different for different people, and their targets, their goal can be different also. Someone want to grow, as in on LinkedIn, or in terms of like a brand. Okay, someone just want they have a network, or they have some presence, so that they can get a job or something like that. So yeah, the aim can be different, to build a reputation for me and for my company. Great. I also feel that employees should also build personal brand, because that will benefit their company also, and themselves also. So yeah, that's great. So we can move to next slide, that what is my idea of personal brand and what can it bring on table. Okay. So yeah, personal brand can give you following things. First is work. As I said, I'm not saying that building a personal brand will give you work, but over a period of time, if you are building it, you have to learn few skills. You have to learn. You have to acquire that knowledge. So it will give you work, and having a strong personal brand definitely give a advantage, which can give you work. Second one is community. So we all know that to build a personal brand, to build a successful personal brand, we need to have a community. We need to have a community with whom we can learn, we can collaborate, we can work with, or something like that. So yeah, it definitely gives us the community, which can help you give more, which will help us in getting more opportunities. Third will be social proof. So when you are present on a platform, on a social media, then you have a social proof, for your authenticity, and who you are actually. So it is a kind of social proof also. Fourth one is value. So it will add so much value in your life as a person also, and as a professional. So it will give value. For fifth one is recognition. So we all know that after building after building a personal brand and after investing some time, we get recognition, right? That's how I'm here also. So that is kind of a byproduct which we get. uh, okay, growth. So growth in all aspects, as I said, in professional life, in personal life, in every aspect, as you can think. Okay. Last one is various opportunities. Okay, so when I say various opportunities, it's maybe you are just thinking that you want work, or you want to build a, you want to establish you as yourself as a marketer, but you will get more opportunities that you are not even thinking of. For example, when I started, I didn't know that I would I would be a guest in an event right now, just like right now I am. So it is something like that which I never thought of. So these are the opportunities, and you can say some rewards which you will get after building a personal brand. So we can move to next slide, I guess. I hope you guys are getting it. I'm so happy that 100 people have joined today. It would be great if you can, tell me that am I getting right, and am I clear or not? Are you guys understanding it or not? Great. Next would be whom should build it on LinkedIn. Okay. So, a personal brand can be on any platform, and we are covering LinkedIn specifically today. So, like, you have to understand that are you, ideally a person who can build a personal brand on, who should build a personal brand on LinkedIn or not. So that's what the people, and mostly, as we know that people who have joined today are mostly students. So you definitely have to build it. First would be B2B business person. As we know that LinkedIn is specifically more more like favorable for B2B businesses and people around B2B. So yeah. Second one be marketers and service providers. So any service you are providing in B2B space, it would be great to have a presence on LinkedIn, to have a personal brand on LinkedIn. Third would be students, as you all mostly are, because you will get so much exposure just by building a personal brand. You will get exposure, you will get idea about yourself, what do we actually want. You can connect with great minds. So yeah, students have to definitely be there. Fourth would be freelancers. We all know that most freelancers like get most of their money and most of their clients from LinkedIn. So it is a great place for freelancers as well. Next would be side hustlers. Okay. So side hustlers, what do I mean by side hustlers? Who are already doing a job, but maybe want some extra kind of income source, or maybe want to do something on permanent basis, but hustling or side by side something. So it is a great platform for them also. And last would be content creators. So there are content creators on Instagram who have already established their, who are established themselves on who have established themselves on Twitter or other platforms. So yeah, every content creator should have a presence, some presence on social media. That's what I also feel. We can move to next slide one now. I hope you are getting, guys. Please let me know if I'm making sense to you or not.
Please respond in the chat box. Thank
Correct.
you.
Correct. Clear. Thank you, Khushbu. Thank you so much. Okay, clear. Get. And you can also ask questions, if you have any, then please feel free to ask questions also. Clear. Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for responding. So next would be, but why on LinkedIn only? Okay. So when I emphasize on LinkedIn, because there are two reasons. One is that I started with LinkedIn, and it was very welcoming when I started. So I am a little bit biased toward LinkedIn, and other reasons are that they like like first one is easiest growth. So when you build a personal brand on Instagram, that it would take so much time. For me, like I started 7 to 8 months ago, and right now I have 13K plus followers, which is almost impossible on IG or on any other platform. Maybe on Twitter it is possible. I have not explored Twitter a lot, but on IG, FB, and other platforms, it is not that much possible or that much, rewarding, you can say. So yeah, easy. The growth is easy on LinkedIn if you are, consistent with your efforts. Second would be more rewarding. Okay, so when I say more rewarding, is like you know um, when you put efforts now, it will just not give you growth in terms of numbers, but in where like other forms also, like you will get to know so many people who are yeah, who are older or more experienced than you, and that will be more rewarding because you will learn a lot from them. So it will give you like reasons to network with people, as I in the next point can get the best network. Okay, so I'm not saying that on other platforms you don't get network or something like that, but LinkedIn is specifically, if you want to network with professionals, then it is the best platform for that. So yeah, you will get definitely get some network, which can be leveraged for lifetime. So yeah, fourth one would be because TGs hang out there, right? So TGs in the sense target groups, right? So if I'm dealing with B2B space, okay, then B2B people hang out on LinkedIn mostly. So it is like because TGs hang out there, so we have to be there. Like for B2C, people who want to go for consumers, they have to mostly promote their content or products or whatever on IG or other platforms, because there are mostly that kind of people. So we have to understand that where our TGs are hanging out. So that's one reason. Next one is people are more accessible. Okay, so when I say about influencers or someone like that, so on IG or on Twitter, on Facebook, or any other platform, Reddit, then you can't access them. You can't just message them and they will answer you. But on LinkedIn it is possible, and I have seen it. Okay, so you have to do like few things to get the response, but they are more accessible. You just have to connect, and you can directly DM them. You can talk to them personally, so you can have personal interaction. It is easier and better. So like in the DM section, I think most of the people who network or who connect with great minds are in LinkedIn DM. So it is very much easier here. That's why LinkedIn. We can move to next slide now. Please ask question if you have any. Okay, I don't think we have any questions. Can we move forward, guys? Just give me a thumbs up so that I can move forward. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Glenda. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Pratyush. Kushbu, thank you. And please free to ask questions if you have any, or if you think if you disagree also, please feel free to share that I don't agree with you here. Yeah, so for building a personal brand, you need some strategies. Okay, so we would be covering that. A few strategies in like very short, because we have like limited time here. So first one is content strategy. You have to create content if you want to build a personal brand. DM strategy, as I said, DM is like gold mine of LinkedIn. Engagement strategy, which is like obviously very important. Networking strategy, growth strategy, and lead generation strategy. So lead generation, and maybe it is not important for you guys right now, but in future, if there are some marketers or someone, then it can be useful for them. Otherwise, for lead, like for students, lead generation is no more not very important right now. Great, so thank you guys, thank you. We can move to next slide. on content strategy. Correct. Okay, so while making a content strategy, you have to clear about few things. Okay, and define a clear audience before making a content strategy. Okay, so you have to be clear that who is your target audience, or whom you are targeting. So if you all are students, so you may not know who are your target audience. Sorry. So what you can do is, you can simply create content around your expertise or your knowledge. Maybe you are from different fields, right? Someone is doing like in science, someone is in someone other fields like engineering, or some in other fields. So you can share your existing knowledge. Okay, that's how you build community, that's how you build audience also. That's how you will get the idea that who is your audience. So just start building, just start creating content as per your expertise and or knowledge, existing knowledge. And also side by side consume content which you like. Maybe you are an engineering student, but you have some knowledge, interest in marketing. So consume that kind of content, then you will be able to create that content also. Okay, so that is very important. Second one is define your end goal of making content and find niche. Okay, so when I say end goal is, uh, like for marketers, our end goal is to get the eyeballs of brands, of businesses who can hire us as a marketer, right? So that's our goal. But as a student, your goal should be like to connect with people who are in your niche, or who in your interest. Okay, in your interest area, who are already achieved something, who have already achieved something in your interest area. So just create content and attract those people. You have to attract people through your content. So define that, okay, whom do you want to attract. Okay, third would be consume content before making. As I said, you have to consume content. Okay, so if you are thinking of creating content from tomorrow, like for a week, so just consume content for a week now. Okay, consume content from people who are already building great brands, already achieved in their area. So just consume their content from different fields and like from different platforms and different forms. Okay, fourth would be observe already established people in your niche. As I said, observe them. Just don't consume it, but also understand that where are they coming from, what's behind their content, why their content is working. Observe these things, analyze these things. Next would be experiment a lot with your content. Okay, so after you start creating content, there's a high possibility that you don't see results in first week or second week. You have to be patient, and you have to experiment with your content also. Maybe you are saying same thing, which people know. So just experiment with your content. Experiment with content types. Like maybe you are creating text content, then create some like photo kind of content, carousel content, video content, or some other content, so that people might get might understand like your personality, your expertise and all. So yeah, experiment a lot with your content. Next would be create more often to improve in it. Okay, so in starting, I used to create 2 or 3 times a week. But after that, I understood that when we create more often, we understand, we improve, and we understand the dynamics of content creation also, that how it changes, how people reacts, how we have to change our content, how what we can improve, how can we make it readable or something like that. So create more often, and you will get the idea of technicality of a content creation. So yeah, create more often. Next would be keep evaluating and evolving with the content as per needs. Okay, so you should not be rigid with your content. Okay, that I'm making this content, and if it is working, then I will only make this. Okay, it is not going to work. You have to experiment, and you have to evaluate your content critically. That maybe you got some engagement, but that doesn't mean that content is good. So you have to evaluate by being brutally honest with yourself, that does this content actually adding value to people's life, or is it just another piece of content on social media. So just evaluate it and evolve it, as per the needs, as per the needs mean, if you are a student, and what when you started, your goal was different, your goal will keep changing, so your content strategy should also keep changing. That's what my point is. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. Please let me know if you guys are getting or not. Yes, okay, cool, Khushbu. Thank you, Khushbu. Thank you. And please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we can move forward. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you guys are getting it. But I want you ask questions also. If you have any questions, then please shoot it. Otherwise, we can move forward.
We have a question session at the end, so they're waiting for that. You
Okay.
can continue. Yes.
Okay. Next is DM strategy. So, okay. So for the DM strategy, you have to be, clear behind your reason to DM. Okay. When you are DMing, don't just DM for the sake of DMing it. Hi, hello, and all this stuff. You have to be clear about why you are DMing in some person. So be more specific when you DM someone. You can start with hello, how are you? But people don't react to hello, how are you? I also don't react if someone is writing me hello, how are you? I want what's your reason of DMing? Okay, so state that clearly, and to state that clearly, you have to have that clarity first. Okay, so just be clear that why are you approaching people. So for a marketer, I will approach marketer. Okay, for a marketer will approach marketer. So if they are approaching some marketer, then he can definitely say that I want to learn, I want to learn the dynamics of marketing, how are you growing, or something like that. DM is direct message. I'm so sorry. Direct message. Okay, thank you, Gushbu, for reminding me. So in LinkedIn, you can directly message also, like Instagram or other platforms. LinkedIn also have that. So yeah, so you can directly message people, and when you like connect with them and message them, then be clear that why are you messaging them. Okay, and next would be clear about the people you want to DM. Okay, so sorry, you can't DM everyone. Okay, you can't DM every marketer also, because there are like dozens of marketers, there are millions of marketers. Dozens is very small number. So there are so many marketers, and you can't, because if you are following some marketer, you might like their work, you might like their thinking, how they are growing or something like that. Then you can directly approach them that I am following you from like this much time, and I have seen your growth, and I have seen your expertise in the marketing. That's why I'm approaching you. So that's the way to message anyone with whom you want to learn or something like that. Third would be get your intentions right. Okay, and be genuine. So when you are like messaging someone, then don't say, like, be genuine. Just don't be like very flashy or something like that. Be genuine. If you like them, then say it. If you don't like them, then also say it. But if you don't like them, I think you would not message them at the first place. But you like them, then clearly say that why do you like them, what do you exactly like about them, and be genuine, and get your intentions right also. Okay, so people people read your vibes also through messages, your words and all. So if your intentions are right, then it will reflect. Okay, so get your intentions right. Fourth one is communicate by being honest. Okay, so as I said, whatever the reason you approach them, just communicate by being honest. Okay, don't be like I like your work and all, I want your guidance. Sometimes people just directly want to ask, like, you have any work or not, I want to work with you. Then directly ask, I want to work with you. Okay, if you need guidance, then ask guidance. Okay, So be honest when you communicating, because people appreciate honesty more than just roaming around and something like that. Next would be focus on making relations first, then directly hopping in the, like, what does it mean that sometimes, as I said, being honest. But if like a marketer is pitching someone, okay, so I can't go and say, do you need a marketer for brand or something like that. It would be like, it would look like they will definitely say no, okay, in first go. You have to build the relation, okay. So what you have to do is just simply ask their problems, okay. When you solve people's problem now, they will communicate, they will be interested in communicating. They don't like salesy pitch, okay, because no one likes salesmen. So that's why you should be you should be more polite, and you should be more like welcoming to that person, that we want to solve your problem. And it's not like we just don't want to make your client or something like that. So be make relation first, okay, and direct, don't pitch them. That's what my point is. But I think it's not irrelevant in for you guys, like, as you are all are students. But yeah, it is for marketers and people who pitch on daily basis. It can be useful for them. Next one would be creative and thoughtful to stand out at DM, okay. So if you are messaging a person who is already influential, okay, then how would you stand out? Because they might be getting so many DMs in a day, maybe hundreds, or so many. So how would they notice you? What's different? So you have to be creative. You have to be have that X factor, that you can stand out in DMs also. So also, like, write something which people can be interested in, okay. So think of some creative ideas and write like that, okay. Next would be follow up and don't give up too easily by drawing a line, okay. So sometimes what people do is they message someone and they forget, and people don't see it, then they also forget. But don't do that. If you want people to get the response, then you have to follow up, okay. If one time people like the person didn't reply, then you have to follow up. But also, as I said, draw a line, okay. You can't irritate that person by messaging again and again, and popping up again and again in their messages. So just draw a line, that how much should I follow up, okay. So like, for me, like, I think one or two time is enough. But also you can't just DM, okay. You have to interact with their post, okay. You have to interact if they are commenting somewhere, and if they are active somewhere, then you have to interact there first, so that they can see your name. Maybe if Sarah is writing somewhere, like, if she comes in my content, and if she comments something, okay, after seeing my content, after consuming my content, then I would keep her name in my mind, okay. And when she DM me, I might like, the chances of opening that message increases. So like, interact with those influential personalities or people first, and then hop into their DMs. That's what my point is. We can move forward, I guess. And also, please tell me that do you got the professional decency must be maintained by making professional interaction with their engagement on their post. Correct. Exactly, Khushbu. I'm liking that you are taking interest. Next one would be engagement strategy. Okay. As I said, that you have to engage with people, okay, with their content, basically. So there has to be a strategy. You can't, engage without a strategy. It would be like, roaming around, or, like, commenting on every post doesn't make sense, to me at least. So you have to have a strategy. First one would be choosy while picking people to engage, okay. So when I say be choosy is, if a student want to be a marketer, then that person, like that student, should be choosy, that he or she is interacting with marketers only. And marketers, maybe, like, if they have any choice, like, if they want digital marketers or traditional marketers or influencer marketers or what. Sorry, guys. So be choosy about, whom you are picking up. Second one would be, don't engage just for the sake of it and add value. Okay. Sometimes what people do is, from on my post also, sometimes people just you know write okay, agreed, or something like, which is a comment, which is an engagement, but it is not adding value to me or to people who are engaging on my post. Sorry. So add value. Okay, think of adding value. That's very important, that you are adding value to that people, that person's life, and who people who are engaging, because when you add value, people will notice you. If you add value, what I mean about adding value is like, you are adding something extra. Maybe if someone talks about their experience, then you are sharing your experience as well. Okay, so it will be, it is a kind of an adding a value. So that's what I mean. Next one would be creative and smart enough to get the attention of creators, others also. Okay, so be creative. When you are writing a comment, sometimes you can be humorous. If there is a meme, then just laughing, you can also add some humor of your own, that matlab, that can get attention from that person, because there are people who are laughing, like engaging like from emojis, with emojis and something like that. Then you can add value through your creativity. Okay, with your like, maybe you can disagree with also them. So yeah, that's how you have to do. So you can get the attention of that creator also, and with other people also who are going to engage on that creator's post, right? Yeah, please feel free to ask the question. Okay, next would be being genuine and don't hesitate to disagree. Sorry. So when I say be genuine is like, sometimes we add to their point, but maybe we don't agree with them. So matlab, you don't have to agree with the creator, even if they have large following. Okay, if you don't believe in it, then say it, that I don't think it is, I may disagree with you, and maybe state your reason behind that, and there would be people who might agree with you. So just be genuine when you while you engage with people. Sorry. Second last would be, try to interact with others too in the comment section. Okay, so while you are interacting with creator, also interact with other comments. There should be there would be definitely some other comments also, people who have already engaged on that post. So interact with them. Maybe someone had disagreed and you might agree to that person. Then you can counter comment on their comment, that yeah, I agree with you, and whatever you have, you can interact with them. So it would be like attracting their network also, for your benefits. So that's how you have to do it. Next would be engage consistently. Okay, so you have to engage consistently on to get the traction. You can't do that, I I have done 20 engagements today and I can't, like, I am not doing anything for 1 week. That's not how, LinkedIn will favor you. You have to be consistent with your efforts on daily basis. Okay. So yeah, we can move forward. Vandana. Please feel free to ask questions, guys. Are you getting, guys? Do you have any questions so far? Clear? Okay, thank you, Khushbu. I appreciate. All clear. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Great. Okay, thank you. Next would be networking strategy. Okay. While networking also, you have to have a strategy, because sometimes if you network with wrong people, I'm not saying that you're wasting time if you are networking with people, wrong people, but sometimes you don't get that result maybe we are expecting. So yeah, you have to have a strategy to back that. First one would be network with right people. Okay, so that's what when I say the people who you want to learn with, just network with those people. don't network with people, as I say, like if a marketer will network with student, I'm not saying that it will not, he or she will not get any kind of value. They might get value, but they will not get that result, they might be expecting. If a marketer is networking with a marketer or maybe a company head, then they will, that they can get some work, or they can get some insights which can be useful in their career, which can add value in their career, in their life. So think of that first, while you are networking. Second one would be leverage your network. Okay, so sometimes we don't think, that our network can be useful too. So what does that mean is, if I have a marketer friend, then I'm sure that that person will also have some friends, or have a network in marketing community. So why not leverage their network also? Think of, like leveraging people's network also, who are around you. So you will get the better exposure, you will get the, good reach among, a good networks. That's what my point is. The third would be communicate your intentions, goals, and be transparent. Okay, so while networking, as I said, in DM also, everywhere just be, communicate, and be honest, like whatever, why are you networking with that people? Okay, so why I network with like people, I share that I am exploring something, maybe we can collaborate, or maybe we can, explore some future possibilities. And that can be helpful for you and for me as well. So communicate that you are, what you are thinking, what are your reasons behind networking. So communicate that and be transparent, while communicating. Next one would be, DMing is not networking, connect with them personally. Okay, so that can be confusing for you guys, that DMing and networking is kind of same. That is not. Okay, while you are DMing, you are just another person, who messaging that person. But when you connect with them personally, like we are doing right, okay, so you know me better, and like, um so you know me better, and if it is a one-on-one call, then there will be a relationship bonding. Okay, so you have to be, connect with them personally, and I'm sure people will not say yes in first go. You have to have that, intentions right firstly, and then you have to have that, give them reason, that what will they get by connecting with you. So just, communicate that why do you want to connect. And that comes the next point, always focus on win-win rather than taking advantage of people. Okay, so when we, network just for our advantage, then why they will, network with us, why they will show interest in, talking to us personally. So you have to give them a reason, that what will they get after networking with you. So always think of their benefit also in your request while making network a message which it shows a reason to collaborate ahead for connectivity. Correct, Khushbu. Message along with your network request should be attached. Correct, Khushbu. You are getting it right. That's what my point is. So yeah, always focus on win-win. Never think of yourself only. It should be a win-win situation for both the parties. Next one would be humble and open to learning. Okay, so while networking, some people, think, that they know everything, and they are networking, so they are, like they are not humble, they are very arrogant or something like that. So be humble, because that person is also, if that person is networking with you, then it is kind of, what would I say, it would be good for both of you, right? So just be humble and don't be arrogant that that person have said yes to you or something like that, and open to learning, because that person might know something which you don't know. And if you have preconceived notions around anything, you might have some ideologies or something like that, then you have to leave it back. Okay, you have to open to all the learnings, all the new perspectives that person is bringing. So just be open and be humble while you networking. Last would be keep working on the network and stay in touch. Okay, so sometimes we network with people, may like I connect with them, I connected with them, and I forget them, you know, so that would not work. You have to leverage that network in future also. You have to stay in touch. You have to um, keep working on that network again and again. So if you are connected with 10 people, then you have to like friendship, right? We can't we lose the touch, and we lose the friend also, right? So we have to stay in touch and keep networking with them again and again. That's what my point is. Ma'am, in LinkedIn, when we connect to the person on the other end, which kind of communication we do? Pratyush, which kind of communication? I didn't get you. Like, it depends on your goal. Like, if you are a student, what you are looking for, what in future, what's your goals. So connect with those people and communicate that how can you help me with reaching to my goals, and how can I help you in reaching your goals. It is like give and take. You have to help people, and people will help you. That's the game there. So connect with them, and communicate what are your goals, and what do you want from them. Communicate that. I think that's what you meant, Pratyush. Khushbu, LinkedIn is one-to-one basic communication platform while making a professional network. Collaboration is a huge form. Correct, Khushbu. Correct. So I think collaboration is huge part, of networking, because everyone is collaborating instead of competing with each other. Marketers are also collaborating, and closing high ticket clients together, and you're working together, and they are earning well, by collaborating, and establishing them. Yeah, exactly. LinkedIn. If you are on LinkedIn, then you have to have some reason to be there. You have to have some um, goals in mind when you are connecting with people. You are communicating with people. That what is your reason of communicating, right, Pratyush? So yeah, that's what I mean. Next would be growth strategy. Okay, so while I say growth strategy is like make full-fledged strategy to grow in numbers. Okay, so we talked about how to build network and all, but people also want to grow in numbers. It looks fine, it looks great when you talk, I have this much follower, or I have this much number. So you have to have a strategy to grow in numbers also. The point would, and for that you have to provide continuous value to get value. Okay, so when you are providing value, what does that mean is, what is your target audience is expecting from you. Your audience should get that value from you, so that you are worth following, right? You have to make yourself worth following first. You have to provide value first to get that value, back. Next would be, in order to grow, be flexible with the all strategies we discussed. Okay, so we have discussed 3 to 4 strategies, and you have to be flexible with them. So whatever I have shared is my I'm sharing with my experience and my standpoint. It can be different for you. It you will see some differences while you will work on it. So be flexible with these strategies, and feel free to experiment. That's what help you. Okay, apply some growth tactics, like acting as per trends and talking to biggest problem of people. Okay, so sometimes you have to go with trends also in order to grow in numbers. Okay, so like the Shark Tank was a big thing in India. Okay, for like few weeks back then. So people were making memes or posts around Shark Tank India. So that was a trend here, and that helped so many creators to grow in numbers. So feel free to share that kind of content, but not just for the sake of trends, but you can add value. Okay, like sometimes people are making memes but they are not like humorous, they are just making for the sake of making it. So just don't do that. Also be honest with your craft, that if you are making it, then it should be, it should, like, if you can't make it, then leave it. It is not like compulsory that you have to go with trends, but if you are going with trends, then it would definitely benefit you in terms of numbers and growth. And also talk about people's biggest problem in your industry. Like if you are in marketing industry, as I'm saying again marketing, because I am from marketing field. Okay, so if I am from marketing field, then what is the biggest problem marketers are facing, or business owners are facing? What is the problem that I can solve or I can provide them? So create content around that to attract that kind of audience, and that traction also. Stay prepared to get out of comfort zone and experiment with new things. Okay, so you have to get out of your comfort zone after a point of time. It is not like that, I'm very rigid about my content and I will only make this and that. It will not work. You have to experiment and get out of your comfort zone. So for example, I used to never I used to never make memes and that kind of content. I used to make very serious content. So after a point of time, I got an opportunity to create meme and something like that. And when I did this, that was kind of getting out of my comfort zone, but that really helped me. Okay, that really helped me to explore other side of my content creation journey. And it also like I also got to know that I have a creative side also, like in humorous way. So yeah, just get out of your comfort zone and prepare, like experiment a lot. Okay, last point would be always listen to audience. Okay, so you can't just create content in terms of numbers. You have to listen to audience, that what people are liking. You might prepare 5 posts in a week. Okay, and then you can evaluate that what which one was the post people interacted with most, or related with most, or you know uh, liked most. So just you can directly ask also that what they are liking about your content, what kind of content they are liking. And you can also get the track of those numbers, so that you can repeat that kind of content or something like that. So be interactive, ask questions, listen to audience. That's what I mean. I think we have some question. Growth strategy must be accompanied with honesty and being prudent with information. Correct. Correct, Khushbu. Pratima, I think you will get the PPT with certificate in the end. Yeah, so last strategy would be lead generation strategy. That can... Yeah, Sarah.
Anudhyan Datta has something to say, I guess. No.
I can't see. Can you read it for me?
You may continue. It was a mistake, I guess.
Okay, no problem. Cool then. Next would be lead generation strategy. Okay, so it is something you may not understand right now, because it is for people who want to generate lead, and most of you are students, so it may not make sense, but it can be useful in future. So just you can learn that. First would be set your TG right and narrow them down as much as you can. Okay, so while applying leads generation strategy, you have to have that clarity that who can be your lead, who will be your lead. For a marketer, a business owner, or a person who do not have a marketer would be lead, right? Can be a lead. Okay, can be a lead. So just get the target audience right, just get the target groups right, and narrow them down as much as you can. For the owners also, there can be multiple co-founders in a company. Okay, so just just follow them, follow their content, follow their thought process, follow with whom you can gel most, with whom you can connect, and with whom you can pitch your service or something like that. So yeah, get your TG right and narrow them down. Okay, next would be follow all the discussed strategy to final them. Okay, so you can't go and make them lead, it is not something like will happen in a day. You have to work on that lead, you have to prepare that lead. So for that you have to follow all the strategies we discussed: engagement, DM, networking, growth, everything. Okay, so you have to have that strategy, a step-by-step strategy to convert them, to make them a lead. So yeah, next would be patient and don't act desperately. Okay, so sometimes we just pitch them and we act very desperately to close them or something like that. So don't do that. Be patient, because it would reflect, and if it would, if they can sense your desperateness, then it would be not good for you, because they will they will make you compromise on various factors. So just be patient. And if you are feeling desperate also, you should not, because you have to learn the art of be patient in the process, because you have to have deal with multiple people at the time, and it should not reflect. That's what my point is. Next point is clear all doubts of prospect and give them assurance. Okay, so if someone closes you, and make a deal with you, then they have to have clarity that they are going with you, because you should clear their doubts, whatever their doubts are. You have to clear them. You have to give them assurance that you are the right person for them, and why you are right, and what you can provide them. So yeah, communicate with them, and give assurance to them. That's what I meant. Next point would be communicate honestly and never over promise. Okay, so never make like promises that I would do this, I would do that. Okay, just be honest and say if you can't do this, then also say that it is not something which I can do. Like sometimes people come with like unrealistic expectations. Some people say that we want this much follower in a week, in a month, and which is not possible. So just be honest and say them, okay, it is not possible. Okay, so I can't do that. It might it might be backfire also. That person can go, but it's fine, because if you close them, then it would be more complicated, because they are expecting something else from you, and you would not be able to convey that kind of service. So be honest with like them. Last point would be make sure both your goals are aligned with each other, so that it does not hamper the relationship long term. Okay, so as I said, your end goal should be aligned, right? What you want should be aligned with what they are expecting or they want. Okay, otherwise it would hamper the relationship in long term. So whenever you are closing a client, or you are generating a lead, and then you have to have that alignment. Okay, that they like their goals should be aligned with you, so that otherwise what would happen, that after a month or 2 months you will lose that client. And it will also like it would also not good for your personal brand, because they will go and like negative publish you, because that would be not good for your brand, for your face, and for your service also. So just be be cautious about it, that you are not hampering a relationship. So yeah, that's what my point. I think we have a question in the chat. Khushbu, I don't understand that in lead generation, audience goal, how audience goal can be important. Can you elaborate it a little? Yeah, so next would be important things that will play a huge role in this journey. Okay, so these all strategies plays huge role. But these are the things which will help you stand out, in like with other people, because other people may also have some strategy in mind, but like what will make you different from them, it is your experiences. Okay, your experiences would definitely very unique from them. Okay, so just share your experiences. Okay, learn from your experiences. Second would be your authenticity. Okay, so nobody is like you. We all know that we all are unique in a way. Okay, so your authenticity is your strength. Okay, so it will play huge role. Next would be your learnings. Okay, so in a class also, everyone reads same book, everyone learn from same teacher, but their learnings are different. Their understandings are different, so everyone's learnings are also different. So use it as a power. So your learnings, learn everything in the process. We'll learn a lot of things which will be helpful in building a brand. So learn those things and apply those things. That's what I mean. Next would be your unique story. Okay, so we all have a backstory, that we have gone through, and that is totally unique from anyone else. So that will help you in standing out. Next would be your discipline. Okay, so everyone can't build a personal brand because it takes a lot of discipline and commitment. Okay, so that would make you stand out. If you are disciplined with your work, then you can leave behind so many people who started with you. Next would be your patience. Okay, so patience is very much important because personal branding is like a marathon. You have to be patient, and you have to keep going, showing up again and again. That plays huge role in it. So just keep these points in mind. And yeah, now we can move to next slide, I guess. I think we ended, right? Yeah. So I'm done with the presentation, guys. Now you can ask me questions. Khushbu have said, audience, I mean, with client, lead generation strategy must be based upon beneficiary. Correct, Khushbu. So we have to think about clients, because otherwise it would not make sense, and it would not give results as we are expecting.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. That was an
Thank
eye opener for all of us. I'm sure our audience must have picked up something from this. At this juncture, we'll go ahead and take some time for questions now. Just a reminder, please be sure to type your questions in the chat box for me to ask Ms. Mega. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratima. Please feel free to ask your question, share your doubts.
We'll
Also,
wait for 2-3 minutes, sir.
yeah. Also, how was the session, guys?
It was really great, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. I was watching. You were making notes. That's
Ma'am,
great.
obviously.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Khushbu. Thank you, Emma.
You'll have to fill your feedback form for the EAT certificate. We'll be sending that in the chat box soon. So you can wait for that.
Also, can I share my LinkedIn link here? If you guys have any further queries, then you can approach me there. Just a minute, guys. So if you want to know something like in detail, then you can approach me in this ID, LinkedIn ID. Thank you, Lemmer. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Can we pay can we pin the link, Sarah, in the chat box?
Link, ma'am.
So that it goes on top.
Yeah, if you could just share it to me, I'll just put it down there.
Yeah, I just shared. You can see it.
Yeah. Okay. There are a load of messages. I can't
Thank
get
you,
a hold of it.
Nurma. Thank you. I think we don't have any questions so far.
Yeah,
So I
we
think
have one. I got one question here. What would I guess it's what should be included in the bio of your LinkedIn to make it more, catchy? Yes.
okay. So in bio, like make it clear and short and crisp. Okay. So just add what you do. Okay. Everything you do. Like if you're a student, then add that what kind of student you are, like in which field you are. Okay. And what you are looking for, and like make it short in that way that a marketer or a social media marketer or something like that, people use that kind of headlines also, that helping brands to do this. So you can that too, like helping, because we all are helping somewhere, so helping brands or helping students or helping someone in building whatever you are doing. So you can use that kind of headlines also. You can simply write your designation or whatever you call it. And because a search engine also plays a huge role in your headline. Okay. So you have to be crisp and short. Whenever people search social media marketer, your profile should also come there. Okay. So write that. If you are a marketer, then write it. If you are a student, then write it, because sometimes people also searching for students. So write it. So whatever you are and whatever you want to be known as, just write that. That's what I can say. Otherwise, you can ping me on LinkedIn. I can tell you more in detail there. Okay. Sorry, he said bio or headline. I told.
Bio. It's bio.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. I told about headline. Okay. So for the bio part, and the bio part, you can share your story, like where are you coming from. Just give a brief idea, like what was your backstory, and what you are doing now, and what you can provide. Okay. Why people should come to your profile, why should they follow you, why should they connect with you. Give them reasons. So make it a detailed, but like like long story short, that kind of way. So so people should know a little bit about you, and it should be interesting enough that people might connect with you and to know about more about you. So yeah, be creative while creating bio. That's what my point is.
I guess we don't have any questions. I guess you were too clear to have anyone having any questions. So we can
Great.
move on to. Do you want to add up before we wrap up? Is there anything you want to? Your closing
No,
remarks?
I think personal brand is something everyone should do. Everything
Yeah.
everyone should build. And if you are a student, then you should definitely build that. You should start working on it, and be patient, because you would not see results on first day or on first week. It would take time, but yeah, you would definitely see result like in first month. Okay, I also saw that result while I started. So yeah, be patient and be consistent. That's what my point is and my message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give a big hand for Miss Megha for delivering this topic for today and enlightening us on it. Thanks, Miss Megha, ma'am, and thank you, everyone. That's it for today.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you
Thank you,
all
guys.
for being here. We'd like to extend our thanks to everyone who made this webinar series possible. Before winding up, please fill the feedback form given in the chat box. You'll receive your e-certificates within a week. The feedback form is open for just 24 hours, and after that, there is no chance for the e-certificate. So please make sure you fill it up before the aforesaid time to receive your e-certificates. Thank you. We request the attendants to follow our YouTube channel and attach a screenshot of the same in your feedback form as a proof. Also, you can tag us on Instagram like hashtag DIGISAKSHAM along with your screenshot in your story. I request everyone to open up their cameras so that we can take a screenshot to be treasured as a memory. I'm Saramir, and see you next time. Have a great day. Yeah, please.
Great. Lovely faces. Thanks for joining in, guys. Are we done?
Yeah, I guess we're done. We'll just know about it after the screenshot.
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I guess we're done here, so we can leave. Yeah. Good day.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah, for hosting.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor. Truly.
Right. Should I leave now?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, you all may leave. Thank you.